Welcome to Backstage Buckeye. Man, I'm your host, Lou Willard, and am I excited for today's show? We have a very special guest with us today. I'll just jump right into it. Our guest today started his college basketball career at Bowling Green State University from 2002 to 2004, before transferring back home to the Ohio State University, having a very successful career here from 2005 to 2007, followed up by a very successful 14-year career in Europe playing professional ball. Welcome to the show, Mr. Ron Lewis. Ron, how you doing today?
I appreciate you. Thanks. I'm doing good.
Good. So this one was special for me because, as we spoke before I started recording, my vision for this show was to talk about talk with former athletes, life after the gridiron, the ups and downs, finding your balance. Who are you? Depression, that kind of thing that most of us go through, not all, but most.
Right.
And then as I got to thinking, I was lucky enough to meet you, and finally, I knew who you were, but got to actually meet you. Yeah. And I'm thinking, man, that's a whole nother avenue. Right. You got dozens of sports at Ohio State. I know a lot of people that played other sports too. Right. So let's expand this thing. So man, I really appreciate you giving me the platform to do this and start down this avenue. So tell us a little bit about your journey from Brookhaven, the University of Brookhaven, as the Gwens call it. Tell us about your journey up through college and then into the pros overseas.
Man, so I appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely.
It's an honor. But just starting at Brookhaven, I always tell this story. I wasn't one of the ones that were supposed to go to Brookhaven. I kind of, one of those walk-ons.
Okay.
So I wasn't one of the ones, started at Brookhaven, and I just kind of found my way because basketball wasn't my first love growing up. So
what was?
I played many different sports.
Okay.
It was soccer, football, but basketball wasn't my first love. And, going to Brookhaven, you got to be predominantly in your sport when you go there. So I had some growing pains going in. Then started on freshman and things like that. But as I made my way to my junior, senior year, starting to come to my own, and that's when I really flourished.
Nice.
Went to Bowling Green, went there with a couple teammates that I knew from AAU, and man, it was good while the time lasted. I did good there, but I knew it was time to go and time to pursue something different.
Yeah, come on back home.
Yeah, and it presented itself.
Nice.
To come back to Ohio State, and everything works out for a reason. So.
Yes, it did, man. We were glad that you came back because you had a very big career, like the big shot you hit in the tournament. Yeah, everybody knows that stuff, man. Everybody knows that. So tell us a little bit about, because being a Buckeye is a different level, man. Like, It's not normal life. I'm not sure how it is at BG because, number one, BG's a great university.
Absolutely.
It really is.
It is.
I mean, heck, Eddie's the coach up there now. It is a great university. It's just isolated. It's not around a big city.
Absolutely.
Here, we all know Ohio State is right here in Columbus, Ohio.
Right.
So what's that like? I've often wondered, what's it like? We play once a week. Right. Travel Friday, play Saturday, home in the middle of the night, Saturday, Sunday morning, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
You guys will run the schedule during the season, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, sometimes Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
Preseason tournaments, NCAA tournaments. How do you manage that along with your studies, friendships, relationships?
Right.
How do you manage that as a young man?
I would say you run around with a chicken with your head cut off. In the beginning, right? Once you get the landscape of college and how to adjust and what to manage at certain parts of the time of the year, right? Then you become better. Just because you can't do everything during the season.
Yes.
Right? You have to manage certain things, and the most important thing then is your books and basketball.
Exactly.
So managing that, sometimes we had to take our work on the road. Probably
Okay.
all the time.
And you guys travel with tutors and everything, right?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Mostly during the tournament and things like that, we traveled with tutors.
Okay.
We would sometimes take our tests on the road, like exams.
Oh, okay.
We would take those on the road just because, somebody has to be there to watch
Yeah,
you
you have
and
a
things
proctor.
like that. So we had to do all of those things. And that's getting ready for a big tournament run, and you got to take your final exam. So you could just imagine the pressure that's on athletes in general, having to do those certain type of things. So, it was an adjustment process, but I think I handled it well.
Nice.
Basketball came first. Studies also came first as well. And, friends will see you
when you get there.
When I can, and things like that. So.
One of the benefits about the friend aspect of it is like you, I'm from Columbus.
Right.
So you have people that you can lean on, when you were out on the road like that, you act. Right. And then when in there, everybody understands what you're doing.
Right.
So that does help out with it. So give me your favorite highlight of your college playing career.
My favorite highlight, I would say the tournament run.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the shot in general, just because it was a great moment, but the whole tournament run.
The atmosphere has to be crazy.
Amazing, right? Just to be there with a group of brothers that, we got one goal and we're just going through the process, and a lot of it is just a dream come true, right? Being in those moments and being in those atmosphere with 50 to 60,000 people in those football arenas, and now you get to perform.
That backdrop from that corner shot, it's still, I'm 51, and it still looks crazy. I can't imagine how short I would leave that shot,
right,
for fear of pushing it long. You know what I mean? So that, and I've always said, I'm a football guy till I die. Right, but basketball players, in my opinion, are the best athletes, in the world when it comes to this type of sportings, because the size you guys are and the way you move is ridiculous.
Right.
And, and here you're tall.
Right.
You step out there, it's like me standing beside you when you step on the court, which is wild. So let's talk a little bit about, after Ohio State, you go to Europe for 14 years.
Correct.
Couple questions there. What's the Euro League like? How is the culture different? I was fortunate enough to go overseas, my wife and I, just a couple months ago. And I loved it.
Right.
How did you adapt to that? You had everything planned, language. You didn't know where you were. You're a 9.5-hour flight from New York.
Right.
We're 2-hour flight from here.
Right.
So how'd you handle all that?
Man, it was an adjustment process. First year, I didn't have my family over there, so I was by myself. That's the biggest adjustment, being by yourself, and understanding the culture, knowing what to do, knowing what not to do, and how to order food. That's a big thing. If you can't go to the grocery store, if you don't know what to buy and what to get,
everything from housing, where to live.
You're kind of in the whim. So it was an adjustment process, but you kind of take on, just your teammates. You lean on those as you did in college, right?
Okay.
Where can I go? Go out to eat with your teammates, and you start to learn the language, and you start to learn a little bit, and that's how you diversify yourself. If you don't do that, you find yourself in a shell where you can get bored, where you can feel alone, and that's where depression comes in.
Okay.
So that's inevitable.
Yes.
Right? Yes. At times. But if you do reach out and you do try to embrace yourself in the culture, right, that's when you really start to understand it's a beautiful place over there.
Yeah, and as far as the basketball goes over there, are those guys receptive of you guys coming over?
Yeah. They're professionals too.
Yeah.
So if you go to any team, right, it is a competition.
Yeah.
Right. It is a competition no matter what, right? So they're receptive. We're all teammates, but we're all fighting for a position.
Yeah.
And it is professional.
Yeah.
So we all have to perform.
Absolutely.
And things like that. But they are receptive, great friends that some of them I talk to still to this day.
Nice.
That played overseas. But just adapting over there, I got to see a lot that really changed my perspective and really tells me a lot about Europe, that they're really family oriented.
Yes, they are. We noticed that on our trip over there, which we loved, and we plan to go back next year.
Right.
We had never thought about. We was like, if we go over there once, that'd be awesome.
Right.
We booked it before we left. We were going back. You know what I mean? Everybody was so polite. The culture is different. The food is amazing. And quite frankly, the wine is not the wine you get here.
Right.
You know what I mean? You
Absolutely.
actually get real stuff. But you played at a couple different stops. What was your favorite place to play?
My favorite place, and people be like, really? Is Israel.
Israel.
Just because
that wouldn't have been my guess.
No, nobody's guess. Just because what you see and what's going on over there right now,
Yeah.
you think like, I would never go over
It's
there.
chaos all the time.
Right, but it's not like that. They're really probably the most friendliest culture in the world, most family-oriented culture in
Nice.
the world. And I grown to embrace that. My family grown to embrace that. My second favorite place was France. We spent most of our time there. My last 5 years we spent there. So those two places have a special place in my heart.
Nice. That I would have never guessed Israel because all we see chaos sells.
Right.
So that's all they're going to show you.
It looks like Miami, and it feels
Really?
like Miami. It's
Really?
expensive, but the feel and the food.
Miami's expensive as well.
Yeah.
So it's Miami then.
Yeah,
So tell us about that's a long playing career.
correct.
I mean, that is a long time. So you're in your 30s at this time when you're done playing ball.
Mm-hmm.
What does Ron do? I know because Lou,
Right.
when I left Ohio State, I was lost. In my mind,
Right.
I had no skill set other than carrying a football.
Right.
So what do you do?
Right.
Leads to some depression, over consumption of alcohol, all this stuff that I dealt with until recently, which, I still deal with a lot of it,
Right,
and that's why that's another reason I wanted to talk to everybody to see everybody's perspective is different.
Right. Absolutely.
Yours seems to be great, but you had your trials and tribulations too,
Right.
and that's what, as we get out here and we can help the younger guys, because I believe you're 41?
41, correct.
41.
Yes.
So if we can reach back and start helping the 30s and the 20s and catch these guys as they come out, maybe they don't have to hit every hurdle
Right.
that you do. And you mentioned that you're looking to start a podcast with some of your friends that played overseas too, which I'll let you touch on that here as well, because maybe some of those guys could tap on your knowledge as they go overseas. So as you transition off the hardwood, what do you get into?
Right. Well, I started. You follow other players, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a long enough career to see players that left the game early, and I can see what they do.
Okay.
And I talked to some people here and there, and they like, have a plan. Have a plan. It always doesn't go the way you want it to.
Exactly.
I was fortunate enough to really have COVID, have in that almost before retirement to where I can start to set myself up.
Okay.
Was trying to get my teaching license, real estate license, all in that time frame.
Uh-huh.
So when I did come back, I was ready to
Hit the ground running.
hit the ground running. So I started in teaching, I started in coaching right when I came back.
Okay.
But the depression part of it and stop playing is inevitable.
Yes.
If you play that long, you're gonna go through a process of I'm not playing anymore,
So what do you do?
What do I do? Right.
How did you deal with that?
Family is around me.
Yeah.
Family is around me, and you try to find something else that you love. You find those hobbies, you find those things that can really push your buttons like sports does. It's not gonna be the same because that feeling and that atmosphere is never gonna happen again.
That sports, it's hard to explain to people, but it's like dopamine.
Yeah, it's not.
It hits you, and your experience is different than mine. I fumbled my opportunity at Ohio State, which is on the very first show I did for this podcast, tells that whole story. So therefore, where you leaned on your family, I kept my family's real close, and I still kept them at arm's length because I felt embarrassed by that. So that's where your path was doing this, and and our past was kind of, going in different directions for choices you made and choices I made.
Right.
So that's why I like the diversity of people on here, because it is crazy to hear, like the show I did with D, his was similar. After he got done, his NFL career ended due to injury.
Right.
He wasn't ready to go. I wasn't ready to go.
Right.
Turns out I could have played 14 years and still wouldn't have been ready to go because you weren't ready to go. And you had a very successful career, but it's great that you can lean on family to help you get through that.
Right.
That is something that we don't speak on enough. I mean, that is the backbone of basically America. Is if you got a good family, I don't care if it's really good friends, people that you call family.
Absolutely.
That can help you out. So as far as you started coaching in high school, right?
Correct. Yep. I started JV coaching at Worthington Kilbourne.
Okay.
With my son there, I started teaching in the area in that school, substitute teaching in the area as well. And I had my real estate license. So those were the avenues that I tried to push and pursue and go from there. Now I'm the head coach there.
At Kilbourne?
At Kilbourne.
Nice. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. And I'm doing real estate right now. So still don't get that feeling back. But as you said, though, your family, those mentors that you have can push you through that process and move you along. Yeah,
and as you talk about coaching, like I got into coaching and it was right when I got done playing. And I wasn't ready. I'm 21 trying to coach middle school kids. And I'm sitting there and I'm getting on the kid. And it's funny, my dad said, boy, you got to be the dumbest. You just dumb, son. You're yelling at him like he's you.
Right.
And I couldn't separate myself into teaching.
Oh, man.
Some people can play but can't teach.
Oh,
that's where I was at the time.
That is,
So I'm sure you're doing great. Bigger question, how are you dealing with your parents?
Parents are great. Worthington parents are great. They let me do my job.
There you go.
What I do is what everybody should do, is set the bylaws and set the standards
right up front.
And we don't have any problems,
There you go.
Push the kids to the best of their ability. I want every kid to try to go to the highest point, and I'm going to push you to that highest point. So we don't have any problems.
We don't have any. It's a clear understanding of where everybody should be, what they should do.
Even if you don't make it, we're going to try to push for that.
Yeah. I mean, look, all you can do is get what you can get out of it and create a positive experience for them.
Absolutely.
We all can't win everything. Right. You know what I mean? If it's okay, tell us a little bit about your family.
My family, so I have 2 sons.
Nice.
And I have a wife that we've been together almost 25 years, but married 13 years.
Nice.
So one son, he's in college. He's in his 2nd year at Ohio Northern University.
No, right, where's that?
And my youngest son, we started all the way over, 7. And he runs the household right now.
Oh, that's right. He got y'all when y'all a little too tired to be dealing with him all the time.
Absolutely. He has all the questions right now. 7-year-olds has all the questions, and their brain is just going all over the place. So that's how we are right now.
Yeah, and I asked this of all the people I talk to that have kids. Do they know what you did, or are you just dad?
So my oldest. He knows.
Okay.
Because he was overseas.
But I say he probably traveled with you if he's a sophomore in college.
Right. And he's seen me play professionally. He's seen me, how I used to take care of my body and how I used to train and things like that.
Yeah, how disciplined you were.
Right. He knows. The youngest knows me after. Well, he's seen me my last year, my last 2 years.
Because you retired in 19?
21.
21, okay.
21, yeah. So he's seen me my last 2 years. So he remembers a little bit as his age.
Enough to be dangerous.
Enough to be dangerous, right? So he knows I played, and he knows that I coach now. So he knows that I coached his brother. So that's what he wants as well.
Are they picking up the basketball?
Yeah.
Nice.
My oldest, he plays at Ohio Northern.
Okay.
And
my son played baseball for a year at Otterbein.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And my youngest, he plays soccer and basketball right now.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about your real estate.
Real estate. Been in it 3 years. You know, it's the ups and downs of starting a new career.
Yes.
Right. So it's been going well. Have a lot of flexibility. So that's why I do that. And I do coaching as well.
Nice, nice. So this has been a great interview. It really opened my eyes up to a whole different perspective as we talked about how you went through college and everything and the travel schedules and the grind of it. And then you're overseas never dawned on me when we talked about it last week and before
Right.
we started recording. Man, his wife and kid was over there with him too.
Right.
And you traveling, these away games are to different countries.
Right.
So you really got to have everything lined up. So luckily you had Jirach with you that could handle all that business while you were gone.
Absolutely.
You know, so blessings to her because that's biting off a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. She held it down.
Yeah.
Just because, as you said, me going away, it's an adjustment for them too.
Oh,
Having to
absolutely.
learn the language, no real friends around, you know, adjustment with two boys, right? There's a big adjustment there, you know, and having to find a job and things like that and keep everything
together. And get the kids in school and everything else. That's pretty powerful. I mean, kudos to you guys for being able to pull that off. So to wrap this up, tell us how we can get a hold of you.
Man, you can get a hold of me. My email address is ronald.lewis@emerge.com.
Okay.
You can get a hold of me at my phone number, 614-446-9371. And if you need any real estate needs,
there you go.
I'm in the business and always looking to help anybody and everybody.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is one great interview. I mean, I can't tell you how much it meant to me to get this whole different perspective because, like I said, it opened my eyes up to a whole new thing that was right in front of my face. And as they say, I couldn't see the forest for the trees.
Right.
You know, so I really appreciate your time. Wish you the best of luck in your real estate career and at Worthy to Kilbourne. Hopefully you guys can bring home to start with the district, then go to regionals.
Absolutely.
You know, hopefully you can make that run like you used to making in college.
Right.
So with that being said, that's this episode of Backstage Buckeye. Everybody be kind to each other. And until the next time.
All right. Have a good one.